apple bites, here I go again. My heart, how could I let you go? It's cool. It's okay to applaud. It's okay. It's cool. Really? Like no one was gonna applaud? Like that was pretty good. Oh, was that like too much of a hint what this review was about besides the title? Okay, so of course we're gonna go onto another Mezco toy date. That's right, Bitten Apple TV with Mezco toys. They were like, hey babe, and I was all like, what's up babe? And they were like, you wanna go to the movies? And I was like, of course babe. And they were like, let's go see Mamma Mia, because obviously Bitten Apple TV and Mezco toys are obviously destined to be together for the rest of their lives. Just saying. So I think from now on I may start a new series about movie reviews for movies before they come out, and I'm gonna call it BAMmed, right? It's gonna be Bitten Apple Mezco Date Night. Yeah, forget the fact that the N is at the end, just BAMmed. B-A-M-B-A-M-D. Yeah. So besides my lovely beautiful hat, I have a large collection of these things. I love white brim hats, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Mamma Mia, here I go again. My heart, how can I let you go? Yeah, jazz fingers. I feel like you're judging me, just slightly. Okay, so I want to do a movie review, so let me explain. Let me explain, it's a very important thing. Before anyone attacks me, I have not seen the Mamma Mia 1. So, don't get me wrong, I love Alba and all, but you know, I grew up on it, but I never watched the first one. I didn't have an urge to see the first one either. It seemed cool, I love the music, but I'm not much of a big musical person. I know, I'm an actress. I've done theater, I've done musicals, I've done a lot of plays. You think I like musicals. I mean, the only musical I really seem to like is like Little Shop of Horrors. Not to like downplay Mamma Mia. So for me, it was a very different experience. I'm still new to actually providing like proper, at least what I consider to be like proper, I don't know, movie reviews. Because I picture I should be doing my movie reviews kind of like, oh, the movie was absolutely exquisite. You must see it. You must see it. I am allowed to have whatever fantasies I feel like having in my head. The truth is, when I write movie reviews or whenever I'm discussing it with my friends, I am a whole other different person. Like who they're watching now, and they're like, well, who is that? I'm hoping if you guys like this movie review, please do tell me what you think. At the leave it in the comment section, because for those who are going to see Mamma Mia or saw the first one, I want to hear your feedback because I didn't see the first one. Everyone's like, you should see the first one. No. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love music and I love singing, but I can only do with so many moments where everyone's running the same number. Like, okay, I'm angry, you're angry, we're all angry. Like, I can't do it because I feel like, you know, that's always interesting about musicals. So before I go into that tangent right there, let me kind of just go on a little bit about Mamma Mia. So they start you off in the film with her daughter, and you're just sort of like, I guess, kind of seeing what she's doing, because she's deciding she's gonna rebuild this hotel. What, you know, her mother's real dream was, and that's really what you wanted to, I guess that what you wanted to see in the movie. You want to see her, you know, do this great hotel, you know, on one of the islands, you know, in Greece. So that's pretty much the premise of the entire film. That's, you know, that's what you're working towards. So they start you off with that. They start you off with, of course, with a beautiful opening song. The woman, Amanda, has a beautiful voice. So they start you off by showing she's far away, her significant other's in another location, and they show basically what is supposed to be, I guess, a parallel time paradox kind of thing. Because what they do is that as you're learning that she wants to do this great hotel, she has one of her dads there, Pierce Brosnan's character. He's there, and he's trying to support her. She's all excited. She even invites her grandmother, but doesn't think she's actually gonna go. There's this whole like anxiety, like, oh my god, I want to make my mom proud, I want to make my mom proud, I want to make my mom proud. So that's what she's really nervous about. Like, God, I'm opening up this great hotel, it looks beautiful, I fixed this place up. I did it for my mom, but I just wanted her to feel proud of me. So what they do is that as they're starting to tell her story, they flash back to 1979, which is pretty cool and pretty funky. But this is where musicals, like, I love them, like, theater-wise. I can sit in them, like, in a theater, like, in a seat, like, I can sit there. But, like, watching musicals, in a movie, I guess nowadays feels weird to me because I feel like they're doing too many transition tricks, and then I start to ask questions. Like in the biggest opening number, when she's graduating, right? So she's graduating, everyone's like, "Woo! Like, oh, this is so great!" And she gets up on the stage, she starts singing, "When I Kiss the Teacher." Like she, you know, singing her song, and it looks great. Her friends run up on stage, they're dancing. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. But then she takes the entire graduating class with her, and I was like, where's everyone going? Like, is there a party I didn't know about? Like it was kind of like musicals, like, you know, always like, you know, especially movie format, always seem weird to me because you can't do that on the theater stage. I know. I did Les Miserables. like I've done it in a couple of plays. I'm like, ah, you can't do all that. Like, oh my god, because, you know, the crew would kill you if they had to, like, hold on, change scenery. You know, that excessively. So, I thought the numbers were, like, very cute. So the opening and the introduction of, like, how she really ends up in Greece. So for someone like me who did not see the first one, it gave me a lot of information. Like, you know, well, what's going on. My only issue was that I wasn't sure exactly who she was when they made the transition back to the past. I didn't know what was going on immediately at first, and it took me like a hot minute to go, okay, so I see she's with two other friends, the tall chick, the short chick, and she's the hot chick. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Where is this going? But then I see 1979 at the bottom, and then I see the other girl with an iPhone. I was like, what? I got questions. So, it took me a hot minute to understand, but I guess if I had seen the first one, it would have been an easier comprehension for me, because I thought they were telling a story of either her maybe when she was younger or something. Like, I don't know what was happening. I was just like, what's going on? I liked when they flashed back to the mom, because she just seemed like a free-spirited kind of person, someone who would, like, pick up and take a bus ride for 3 days to California without telling her family. You know, that kind of person. What? She seemed free-spirited, and that's one of the things that I did enjoy about one of the protagonists, because it seems like there's like 45 of them. And so as they were like telling her story, and then they would transition over to the modern time, they were sort of showing how Amanda's character got the chance to sort of walk the path that her mom was doing as well, when she's dealing, you know, with the storm, what ended up happening when her significant other finally shows up. Like, there's a lot going on, but as they show it, it's literally like, oh my gosh, she's really relating to her mom, she's feeling closer to her, you know, every step of the way, and she sort of feels like, man, this is what I really wanted. Even during the, I guess, the musical dark times, because, you know, musicals never really have like dark times. Like, even when you watch Les Miserables, you're just like, it's dark, I understand it's dark, like, you know where it's coming from, but then as you're watching it, it's just like, it's so hard to be like really sad. I don't know. The real events, very terrifying. So I did, once I understood, like, okay, this is supposed to be her mom, this is what's going on, because I'm looking for Meryl Streep, I'm all lost. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, but the numbers, like, the music is popping. Right, that's still a word, right? So as I continue the transition, I did, once I really sat down, like, looked at the movie, my biggest thing was that I felt like Mamma Mia was not a film for someone who had seen the original, because they may be looking for something that's like new and like pizzazz, you know, that kind of thing. And I feel like in the second one they may not be getting it, just because there's so, it's more like they continued the first story, highlighted the best parts, which was great for a newcomer like myself, but then added a few new musical numbers, like, okay, we're done. I do understand that a part of the beauty of Mamma Mia is that it's like revolved around, you know, which, by the way, I would have loved to have been on set just to even sniff the air that is over there, because it is beautiful. Oh my god, I'd do anything to go over there. But anyway, I felt like that was great for like newcomers, but if you're like already like, oh man, I know this is, I love this, I love this, I wasn't sure if someone who had seen number one would be as like thrilled to the core to enjoy this film as much as someone who's new, who's kind of like, oh, okay, that was refreshing, that was nice, that was something different, that was, you know, that was fun. I can actually also say that I did like the fact that during the entire film from start to finish, and this isn't about just their acting skills on everyone, but I did kind of feel like everyone had fun. And I kind of feel like that's really important, especially from me doing theaters, from doing musicals myself. It's really important for the cast to have fun, because if you're not having fun, the audience can feel it. And the only time that the audience should feel like they're not having fun is when something is terribly wrong. That was one thing that I did get the gist of. Like, there were like small little things that they were sort of referenced to. Like, at one point they're doing another musical number, and one of okay, I'm so terrible with the names, because I probably should. I guess I was like lost into the music, so don't you dare judge me, don't you dare. So what I want to talk about is the fact that three of the characters, the older characters, it was Pierce, was it Pierce? I believe it was Pierce. And then the two friends, like the tall one and then the short one, both wonderful women. At one point they were like, you know, doing the number, and everyone's like, ah! And they're like, and then they continue their musical number, which I did think was kind of cute, because, you know, they're continuing the story from like years later, but they're also kind of making fun of the fact that they're an older crowd. So I did think, you know, the little quirky things that they put in there were funny, and did make me wonder, like, were these like inside jokes that they decided to like keep in the film? Like, it was just curious. So let's see, what else is about the film? So, I mean, the whole thing of the movie is that she's really walking in her mother's steps, like literally step by step, except for sleeping with two other men. Everything is exactly the same. So I'm trying not to give too much away, but I guess if you're really familiar with it, you'd be like, hey, that's what happened at the end? Like, it was kind of obvious what was gonna come to at the end, but you're mostly going for the experience of having fun, you know, enjoying the music. And I guess if you're really heavy into musicals, then, you know, you'd have fun. So now here's the other thing. The concept of Mamma Mia was also interesting to me, because it seemed like everyone's falling in love. And it's weird to me because I don't believe in love. I feel like love is mostly just a science, and maybe one day I'll fall in love, but I feel like the day I fall in love with someone, it's gonna go terribly, horribly wrong. Probably pessimistic of me, but I am a Scorpio. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like it's all just a science. I don't know, it seemed weird, like, this one's in love with this one, and this one's in love with this one, and they both love each other intensely, and to me, I'm just like, that's not real. So it sounds dark, I know, oh my god, Mamma Mia, here we go again. But no, it's true. So for me, it was very interesting, because I don't watch romances. I mean, like, I could name a couple of romances I'm into, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that romance between her and Angel, that was intense, because she, you know, she had to decide if she wanted to kill him or not, or be a slayer, like, you know, that was intense. I shouldn't even have struggled to keep a straight face with that, but I'm so serious, and I'm trying to make it sound lighthearted, but if some of y'all are like, is she serious? I am. I like the romance in Little Shop of Horrors. No, let's not even touch Game of Thrones, no way. Yeah, I don't know, romance is not my thing. I liked, oh, House of Flying Daggers. Oh, that's right, there's death in there, my bad. Okay, hold on. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, no, she dies. I mean, when she kind of like has her way when she dies, and she like rides off into, like, you know, she throws herself. Yeah, I mean, oh, so there's happiness and death. Oh, that was too dark, way too dark. For me, it was new and interesting to, like, I guess, embrace all this, like, I'm so in love, because I've never been like that. It's weird. I guess my version of being in love would be like to like tend to take care of the person, but that's just my personality. And it's strange, because I guess that was like the TV love, and my form of love to like other people is like in the actions that I choose to like do, or like the things of my life I choose to share with them. That's my like way of love. I've never had the urge to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna pull the flowers, he loves me not. I don't know, I've never been into it. It's weird, as a great man once said, who watches the show, says I don't have girl brains. What's up, man? So that's probably why like watching it was interesting for me. It was more like a science project. I was like, oh, this is what women are supposed to be thinking. Take notes so I can blend in with the other girls. So it was interesting, I guess, playing around with that concept. Now, I understood that the whole thing was to surround like the 70s, you know, the fatness of all that, which is cool and all, but I don't know, like, it could have just been me, maybe because I'm an 80s kid, but I kind of felt like when it came to her daughter, I know she was like doing this all for her mom, but I felt like there should have been some sort of pizzazz in the daughter herself. Like Amanda should have had some kind of like 80s-ish to her. But then I guess it, ooh, what happened? Ah! I felt like maybe she could have had some sort of 80s pizzazz to her, but then you would really be changing the theme of Mamma Mia. But then part of me is like, be bold, be daring, try it. You know, I don't know, I have like the daughter coming out singing like some cool Bohemian Rhapsody lyrics. What is that movie coming out next? Let's go. But the truth is, I thought, you know, that was just interesting that there was no like hair, nothing about her seemed 80s. She just seemed 70s all the way through, and I was just like, don't get me wrong, there'll be an 70s influence, but I don't know, just not that heavy. But maybe it's just me. So now, of course, everyone's, you know, talking about the big reveal of Cher. I believe love after love after love after love after love. I can feel some. I'm sorry, let me stop torturing you guys. I'm so impressed that you haven't changed the channel yet. Like to another channel. Wait, that was just contradictory. Whatever. So when Cher came out, that I can say the audience was like, ah! Like I thought she had walked in for a second. I was like, oh, I didn't get an autograph. And it was interesting. I like Cher. I enjoy her. You know, I think some of her music is kind of like, some of her songs are kind of funky, but what is wrong with me? I'm sorry, I need water. Whew. Sorry, it's the heat and it's killing me. And by the way, I love the hair. I love the outfit. Banging! Everything. The cane she had, I was like, why didn't I have that when I was walking with one? So Cher, of course, you know, her voice was really cool, but what was a little off to me was like, I could have sworn like it looked like she was lip syncing, and the lip syncing seemed too off, like as if she couldn't move her face. So I don't know, not to start rumors, let me just say that out there right now, like no starting rumors. I don't know if it's true. I've never looked it up. I've never cared. But it gave me the impression that she may have gotten Botox and her face seemed too tight to the point that she couldn't move the muscles, so it seemed kind of strange. But otherwise, everything about her is cool. I loved her like opening line when she showed up and everyone's like, oh no, the grandmother's here, you know, and Amanda's character is like, she's like, I've decided I'm going to dedicate myself to being a grandmother. And you know, she's kind of like, aren't you like 25 years late? Like, ¿qué pasa, man? And when she does that, she's like, so we could just forget that. It's just in the past. Just let that go. It's just the way Cher does it. I did think it was really funny. More or less, like, you know, that one person who makes a mistake and they're like, what? Let's not even talk about that. Even though they're going to make the mistake again and again and again and again. And you're like, dude. So I thought that was cool. I like the fact that they sort of did try to tie up loose ends, I guess, from whatever happened in the first Mamma Mia, because you see like different couples getting together, but then it kind of gets weird because in my head when I see what is his name? I'm so terrible with names, like, oh my god. Okay, so the two blonde people. No, the blonde guy, who, can I call her Mamma Mia? Meryl Streep's character, had slept with in her younger days, along with her short friend, the one who was like in love with him. She's like, oh my god, he's hot! She's obviously like supposed to be in love with him. When they finally get together to kind of tie everything up, and then I see how happy they are and they're like, we're in love, everything's great. But then part of me was just like, wait a minute, okay, where's Meryl Streep and what happened? What happened? Is she dead? Because then as I started to like really piece together the fact that those two were getting together and everyone else was getting together, I was like, wait a minute, are you settling for her because the other one's dead and you didn't get the hot one? Like, how did this work? Like, is this just fake happiness? Because now I have questions. Like, I think way too much and too deep. Like, I just can't be in love and happy. But yes, it was just kind of like strange and interesting just to sort of watch that, because I guess I was looking at it from a realistic point of view. I also thought it'd be interesting to see Mamma Mia like on a realistic level, like, you know, when she tells them like, hey, this baby might be yours, you know, someone's like, I want to test, like, you know. Like, I heard in the ending, they were like, we don't want to know because we love our daughter. Like, you know, which is cool. I'm sure there are people who can do that, but like, someone would want to know. Like, someone, don't lie. Big spoiler! Spoiler! Just wanted to give you a heads up. So, obviously, she's pregnant. So, once she finds out that she's pregnant, she feels like she's living her mom's dream. Like, oh my god, you know, I'm doing everything just like my mom. I feel so much closer to her. So, you know, that was the other like big reveal that they have, but you kind of see it coming. Especially when, you know, her significant other shows up, because they do have a breakup, you know, because what great romance doesn't have a good breakup? You know, I guess. I guess I'd be more like Kate Winslet, right? On that. That was so cold. You're laughing and you know it. So what I can say is, if you're watching it for the first time, it can be a little overwhelming because you're just trying to catch up, if you will. You know, it's like previously on Mamma Mia, and then they show you all the numbers. You're like, oh crap, what's happening? I skipped the season. What happened? Kind of like when you wake up in the middle of the night watching Netflix and you don't know what season or episode you're on. You're like, what was the last one I watched? But after you get sort of past that and you're just sort of like enjoying the moment of it, you can actually enjoy the film. I say if you're into musicals, then go watch it, go enjoy it, but I feel like for someone who may have seen Mamma Mia the first time, they may feel like they're recapping. But if you loved Mamma Mia, go see the second one. Don't even hesitate if you really love it. I don't think it's, I think it's too heavy into romance for me, but I did enjoy the experience of actually going, just because it was something very different from what I would normally watch, you know. Like The Purge, like, you know, like, or anything else that's not romance. But I do like watching these things just because it's interesting. So the reason why I wanted to cover this movie was mostly because this is something right up my mama's alley. A lot of people ask me, like, you know, like, why do you like acting if they only had seen what I grew up with. I'm kidding, I love you guys, right? Don't call me. But I grew up with, you know, with the music from ABBA, from everything that was from like the 70s. My mom is a walking, moving musical. So what some people don't see that girl, watch that scene. She is the dancing queen. What, am I embarrassing like you? A little bit. I mean, I'd say like I was trying to do a movie review and talk about this without making fun of you, but I guess sing with me, Chantal. Come on, sing. So my mom would often, and you think I'm joking with that one scene, but I'm not. She would genuinely just start singing for like no reason. My mom was always in a musical. She'd be like cooking and stuff. She was like, keep on walking, I ain't talking to ya anymore. Just go, walk on, keep on. Like, she was always in. I'm like, oh my god, we're doing a number. So music for me was a very big part of my life personally, just because music was the happy moments of the household. Even if it was for 3 minutes, it didn't matter. Like, music was the happiness. Anything could be going wrong. The sky could be on fire, the apocalypse has begun, you see the white horse riding through, and like puts on some Luther Vandross or some kind of music, and my mom would like, it's okay, so everyone's gonna be okay. Music gets the people come together. Yeah. Am I doing too much? I'm trying to get my spirit fingers. I feel like I'm not doing it right. But yeah, so here's my recommendation for you guys, besides making fun of my mom. If you enjoy that kind of film, make sure you check it out. If you really are into Mamma Mia, then I'd say go watch it. You'll enjoy the old numbers, you'll enjoy some of the new numbers. But if you're a newcomer trying to like just enjoy it and watch it, you may just like, it might be slightly fun at the moment, but it's not gonna be something that you're gonna be like, oh my god, gotta write home about it, or email about it, whatever. But yeah, I hope this was a helpful review. Consider the fact that it's not normally my cup of tea, but honestly God, if Mezco goes, hey babe, you want to see this other movie, I'd watch it again, just because I like the experience of being able to watch it with a group of people who are like, what are we watching? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you have seen the original Mamma Mia, make sure, please, dear God, leave a comment in the section. Let me know if I got something wrong. Maybe I misunderstood something. Maybe you want to tell me what the characters' names are and I'm just remembering only the actors. You know, if you're going to see Mamma Mia 2, let me know what you think. You know, like what you're hoping for. Are you disappointed in my review? Are you just hoping I'm just, you know, a non-musical Mamma Mia fan? And you're like, she's wrong, you know. And if you go watch it, tell me if I'm wrong. I want to know what you guys think, because when it comes to musicals, my biggest one is like, you know, My Little Shop of Horrors, Happy Feet. That's a musical, right? See that girl, watch that scene, she is the dancing queen. Mom, I'm not making fun of you. I dyed my hair blonde. I swear, don't call me. Put the phone down. I'm serious. Put the phone down. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Please make sure you guys leave a comment. Mom, don't, yeah, because I know you're about to call me. Stop texting me. Put the phone down. But this is definitely for someone like my mom who would love it. She would love Mamma Mia. Here I go again. My heart, how could I let you go? Signing off. The sweetie pie was fire in her eyes. That's gonna be my new tag. Thank you for the person who gave it to me. He gave me my tag for my show. Congratulations. I'll never tell people from who. Bye.